Chosen one, pause for a moment. Feel this truth resonate deep in your spirit. You were never being crushed, you were being crafted. The weight you carried wasn't meant to destroy you, it was meant to shape you into something rare. Heaven has been silent, not because you were forgotten, but because you were being refined in divine pressure, the same kind of pressure that transforms ordinary stone into radiant diamonds. You've been through seasons that made you question your worth, moments that left you feeling unseen, misunderstood, and abandoned. But hear this, you are not broken. You are becoming. The pain was not a punishment. It was a process. Every tear, every heartbreak, every betrayal, all of it was heaven's hidden design to reveal the true value of who you are. Right now, the Spirit of God is saying, you are not buried, you were planted. You are not being crushed, you are being clarified. The pressure you felt was never to harm you, it was to draw out your brilliance. The harder the season pressed, the more your inner light grew. And just like a diamond hidden in the depths of the earth, you have been waiting for your unveiling. Today that unveiling begins. Today the divine refiner steps forward and says, it is time. This message is not coincidence, it's confirmation. You've felt the shifting. You've sensed the call. And deep within your soul already knows. The time of dimming your light is over. Heaven is preparing to showcase you, not because of who you pretend to be, but because of who you've become through the fire. So listen closely, chosen one. Before this message ends, you will understand why you had to go through it, why the pressure was necessary, and what God is about to do next. Because what you thought was rejection was redirection. What you thought was loss was preparation. And what you thought was the end was the beginning of your divine unveiling. You are not ordinary. You were never meant to blend in. You are heaven's hidden diamond, and now under divine timing, God is revealing your value. And so as the dust settles from all you've endured, a stillness begins to fill the space around you. In that stillness, there is a presence, gentle, watchful, certain. The same presence that has carried you through unseen valleys is now leaning closer, whispering truths you could only understand on the other side of your pain. You weren't forgotten in the silence. The silence was sacred. It was heaven's workshop where God Himself reshaped the foundation of your soul. Every unanswered prayer, every moment you felt unseen, those were not absences, they were alignments. The waiting wasn't wasted. It was weaving something holy. There were moments you looked around and saw nothing but delay. People moved forward, doors opened for others, and you stood wondering if your name had been erased from the promise. But even then, the divine clock was ticking perfectly in sync. The timing you thought was slow was actually surgical, precise, protective. If you could have seen what was happening in the unseen, you would have fallen to your knees in awe. For while you thought heaven was silent, heaven was writing. While you thought you were forgotten, you were being hidden. And while you thought it was over, God was still speaking your name in rooms your feet had yet to enter. The hand of the Lord says, even now, I was never far. I was near in every tear present, in every silence, guiding every step you thought was random. The Spirit moves in patterns, and yours has been a pattern of purification. The people who walked away were necessary for clarity. The opportunities that closed were heaven's protection disguised as disappointment. Every loss removed what could not stay in the season that's coming. So now as divine timing meets divine purpose, a shift occurs. What was once concealed begins to shine through. You are not stepping into something new, you are stepping into what was always promised. The delay only ensured that when the door opened, you would have the strength, wisdom, and humility to stay there. God's message to you is simple. You have not been overlooked. You have been prepared. Everything you lost was a seed, Everything you carried was a tool, and everything you suffered was proof that heaven had invested deeply in your destiny. You are about to see that none of it was random. Every ounce of pressure was deliberate, designed to reveal not just your strength, but your divine value. The silence is lifting now, and in its place, heaven begins to speak again, clear, tender, and powerful. Listen closely, for this is the revelation unfolding in this very hour. The pressure that nearly broke you was the prophecy in disguise. You weren't meant to understand it. While you were inside it, you were meant to survive it, so that heaven could reveal its meaning on the other side. What God was doing in you could not be seen by others. They saw the exterior struggle but not the interior transformation. They saw the breaking but not the birthing. What looked like loss was in fact the womb of destiny expanding within you. The Spirit of the Lord declares, "The pressure was not punishment. It was proof that I had chosen you for the uncommon." You see, diamonds are not formed in light. They are formed in darkness, under the crushing weight of time and fire. The earth presses against itself until something rare is born. That same mystery has been written over your life. Every rejection was pressure. Every betrayal was pressure. Every delay was pressure. Yet through it all, your essence, your faith, your light refused to be destroyed. That resistance, that resilience was heaven's sign that a rare gem was forming. Now, a holy unveiling begins. What was hidden beneath the weight is rising to the surface. The Lord says you are entering a season where what was buried will break through. Opportunities will appear without striving. Alignments will happen without forcing. The same people who once looked down on you will be witnesses to your rise, not out of vengeance, but to glorify the God who carried you through. The Spirit continues, "I did not allow the fire to burn you. I allowed it to reveal you. Even your tears have prophetic value. They watered the soil of your next chapter. Every prayer you whispered when you thought no one was listening has been gathered in heaven's bowls. And now in divine sequence, they are being poured back as favor. The unveiling will not come through effort, but through evidence. Doors will open not because of status, but because of substance. People will feel drawn to your light without understanding why it is divine magnetism, the radiance of a soul that has endured refinement. God says, the era of proving yourself is over. I have already proven you through pressure. You will notice the shift first in your peace. The same places that used to drain you will no longer have power over you. The same doubts that once shouted will now fall silent. You will walk into rooms not needing validation, for heaven itself will validate you. This is your unveiling season, not as one who demands recognition, but as one who carries divine reflection. Every scar now shines with meaning. Every valley echoes with victory. And every ounce of pressure now reveals your unshakable worth. When heaven looked for vessels to reflect its glory, it chose those willing to endure the process. You endured. You stayed. You believed even when belief felt impossible. And now, says the Lord, you will see what the pressing has produced. To understand the depth of what is unfolding, you must see beyond the visible. The pressure was never about the pain, it was about the potential. God has always been less interested in comfort and more interested in character. Every trial you faced was an invitation to transformation. The weight you carried revealed where your roots were planted. The deeper the roots, the greater the bloom. The process was heaven's curriculum, not to break your spirit, but to strengthen your foundation. Spiritually, pressure is the realm where destiny meets discipline. It's the sacred tension between who you were and who you are becoming. Without that tension, there can be no transformation. The crushing made you confront yourself, your fears, your attachments, your illusions. It peeled away everything temporary so that only truth remained. When you felt stripped of everything, what was left was authenticity. and that is the only vessel heaven can fill. Consider the potter and the clay. The clay resists the spinning, the reshaping, the pressing of fingers against its form. Yet without those touches, it remains shapeless. The divine potter placed his hands upon your life and spun you through seasons, not to dizzy you, but to define you. Pressure revealed what was divine within you. It separated imitation from essence. The false identities, the roles you thought you had to play, they cracked under heat, and what emerged was your truest self shining with divine light. Every storm had a lesson. Every night of tears carried revelation. Through them, God was teaching endurance, compassion, discernment, the inner jewels that cannot be stolen. And so, when you look back now, you realize the moments that broke you also built you. The darkness that terrified you also trained you. The loneliness that silenced you also purified your hearing. You can now discern God's whisper, even in chaos. That's refinement. Spiritually, diamonds symbolize endurance, clarity, and covenant. They do not absorb darkness, they reflect light. Likewise, your soul now reflects the light of divine wisdom. The very experiences that once made you bitter have now made you better. The enemy tried to use pressure to distort you, but heaven used it to define you. You were not meant to stay underground forever. The time beneath the surface was necessary for strength, so that when God places you in the open, you won't shatter under visibility. This is why the spiritual meaning runs deeper than survival. It's about stewardship. What you carry now is precious. You've been entrusted with light, born from darkness, compassion born from pain, faith born from fire. You are not merely emerging, you are evolving. The next chapter of your journey is not about striving, but shining. The storm has done its work. The soil has yielded its fruit. The cocoon has broken open. You are stepping into the realm of reflection, where who you've become reveals who God has always been. And when people look at you, they won't just see success or survival. They will see the radiance of divine transformation. The pressure did not define your pain. It defined your purpose. And now, as heaven reveals your value, every hidden season begins to make perfect prophetic sense. There are moments in every divine transformation when heaven begins to echo through your reality, subtle signs that whisper, "It's happening." These confirmations are not random. They are spiritual markers, indicators that the pressure has completed its work and that your unveiling is near. First, you will feel an unexplainable peace, not because everything is perfect, but because you no longer need it to be. The same storms that once terrified you will now only move your hair, not your heart. This peace isn't complacency, it's divine stability. It's the calm that comes when your spirit finally aligns with heaven's timing. Second, you will notice divine separation. People and things that no longer carry purpose will begin to fade quietly. It will not be through conflict, but through clarity. God is pruning distractions to make space for destiny. When doors close with grace, it's not rejection, it's graduation. Third, you'll sense unexpected opportunities, conversations, connections, or insights that arrive without force. They flow naturally, as though creation itself recognizes your frequency. This is not luck, it's alignment. Heaven always rearranges the visible when the invisible has matured. Fourth, you may experience repetition in numbers, words, or dreams. This is not coincidence, but communication. God often repeats symbols to anchor a truth in your heart. Bentham 11:3-33, or the image of light breaking through clouds. These are divine nudges reminding you that the breakthrough is both real and near. Fifth, you'll begin to attract mirrored souls, people who carry similar light, similar wounds, and similar wisdom. They are part of your next chapter. Destiny connections are rarely loud. They are gentle, familiar, and purposeful. When they appear, recognize them not as new acquaintances, but as old assignments. And finally, there will be a holy restlessness, a stirring in your spirit that whispers, "Something is shifting." It will not come with fear, but anticipation. Your spirit will begin to prepare before your mind can comprehend what's next. That restlessness is your divine signal. The cocoon is cracking. When these signs appear, do not doubt them. They are heaven's fingerprints. The same God who pressed you is now positioning you. The diamond is ready, and the world is about to see what only heaven has known. Yet before the full revealing, there are challenges, quiet hidden tests that still unfold beneath the surface. They come not to delay you, but to deepen you. There will be moments of isolation even after breakthrough begins. The enemy often tries to convince you that you are still in the old season. You may feel unseen even in success, misunderstood, even in your glow. But this isolation is sacred. God still protects you from premature exposure. Then there will be spiritual fatigue. After enduring years of pressure, your soul may feel weary. The healing process is not always peaceful. Sometimes it's messy, unpredictable, and emotional. But remember, fatigue is not failure. Even diamonds rest before they are displayed. You might also encounter unfamiliar territory. New blessings come with new responsibilities. What once was routine now requires fresh discernment. Don't let newness intimidate you. It's simply heaven's way of stretching your capacity. And finally, doubt may whisper again, not because your faith is weak, but because your mind is adjusting to expansion. Doubt is a shadow cast by growth. It only appears when light increases. Instead of resisting it, observe it. Let it remind you how far you've come. These challenges are not punishment. They are purification. Each one refines your focus, anchors your humility, and ensures your shine remains rooted in wisdom. The Spirit says, do not misinterpret discomfort as danger. It is simply the residue of transformation. Even when you feel unsteady, heaven has not withdrawn. The potter never leaves the clay mid-creation. You are being finished, not forgotten. So endure the small tests quietly. Pass them with patience. The hidden challenges are not setbacks. They are confirmations that you are now walking the narrow bridge between preparation and promise. And once you cross it, the view will make every step worthwhile. Now that you stand at the threshold of your unveiling, heaven offers instruction not as commands, but as sacred keys to sustain what's being given. First, guard your peace. Peace is the atmosphere of revelation. If you allow noise back into your space, it will distort clarity. Choose silence. Choose prayer. Choose alignment over attention. Not every conversation deserves your voice, and not every opinion deserves your energy. Second, stay humble. Diamonds that rise too fast without grounding become brittle. Remember, your brilliance is not your own. It is borrowed light. The same hand that lifted you can lift others through you. Humility will keep your shine sustainable. Third, practice. Gratitude daily. Gratitude opens dimensions that effort never could. When you thank God for where you are, you invite heaven to accelerate where you're going. Gratitude is the magnet of miracles. It keeps your spirit fertile for more. Fourth, protect your environment. The soil around you determines what grows within you. If your atmosphere is heavy with negativity or comparison, your peace will suffocate. Curate your circle. Surround yourself with people who speak destiny, not drama. Fifth, speak life. Your words now carry weight. You've endured enough pressure to unlock prophetic authority. When you declare peace, peace will respond. When you bless others, blessings will return multiplied. Use this voice wisely. It was forged in fire for divine purpose. Sixth, rest in divine timing. Do not rush what heaven is still arranging. When impatience tempts you, remember that pressure also took time. You cannot microwave divine destiny. Let the rhythm of grace lead you. And seventh, stay anchored in truth. The unveiling may bring attention, opportunities, even applause. But all of it means nothing if your foundation shifts from faith to pride. Keep returning to the source. Keep remembering the nights when only God understood. That memory will keep you authentic. The Spirit says, "You have learned obedience through the fire. Now learn rest through faith." These instructions are not burdens, they are blessings in disguise. They will keep you luminous without losing yourself. You are stepping into a realm of influence. But influence without intimacy becomes idolatry. Stay close to God. Let your heart whisper daily, "Lord, let my glow never outshine my grace." Follow these divine principles, and your light will not fade. It will grow stronger, steadier, and more eternal. Now hear this truth with peace. You are surrounded. The same God who refined you in fire will shield you in glory. You are not walking into this next season alone. Heaven has assigned angels to your path. Divine protection now surrounds your journey like light around flame. No weapon formed against you can prosper because the one who was pressed cannot be broken again. Pressure already proved your durability. You've endured your greatest test. Now you walk under heaven's covering. When you move, divine timing moves with you. When you speak, divine authority responds. You are no longer reacting to life, you are co-creating with heaven. And even when challenges arise, remember you are defended in dimensions unseen. There are moments when you will not need to fight back because peace will fight for you. God Himself says, "I will contend with those who contend with you." Rest in that assurance. You don't need to prove your worth. Your endurance already did. You don't need to fear losing. You've already been refined beyond loss. Walk with quiet confidence. When others see you, they may not understand what sustains your calm, but you will know. It is divine security. So exhale. You made it through what tried to destroy you. And because of that, your next chapter begins under heaven's protection, guarded, guided, and graced. And now the culmination, the beautiful unveiling of all that's been forming within you. You will begin to see your life transform in both subtle and astonishing ways. The internal glow you carry will start to manifest externally. Ideas will flow effortlessly. The heaviness of old seasons will dissolve. You'll notice joy returning, laughter reappearing, clarity increasing. What once felt delayed will suddenly accelerate. The opportunities that once eluded you will find you. You won't need to chase what belongs to you, will be magnetized to your light. The transformation won't just be seen, it will be felt. People will remark, "Something is different about you." And indeed there is. The diamond no longer hides beneath the soil it reflects. Heaven's brilliance openly, but fulfillment is not just about achievement. It's about awareness. You will begin to feel whole again, not because life is perfect, but because you are at peace with imperfection. You will understand that divine timing never failed you. It formed you. The Spirit of God declares, "You have walked through fire and you will not smell like smoke." Your testimony will carry healing. Your story will become a lamp for others, still walking through their night. The transformation is not just yours, it's a torch passed to those who will come after you. And as you step fully into your calling, you will know the crushing wasn't cruelty, it was craftsmanship. You are no longer the one seeking validation, you are the vessel revealing God's faithfulness. Every moment of pain now makes sense. Every unanswered prayer now finds its echo. Every dark night now reflects dawn's light. You are living proof that pressure creates promise and fire reveals value. Take a deep breath. Let every word settle into your spirit like gentle rain on fertile ground. You have not just heard a message, you have received a mantle. The same divine energy that carried you through your refining will now carry you into revelation. Let these affirmations anchor your heart. I am not broken, I am becoming. The pressure did not destroy me, it revealed me. What was meant to bury me has built me. God's timing is perfect, and my unveiling is now. Repeat them until your spirit remembers. Now receive this final blessing. May peace wrap around you like morning light. May divine favor follow every step you take. May angels surround you in all directions. And may the one who turned your pressure into diamonds continue to reveal your value, not just to the world, but to you. You are radiant. You are refined. You are revealed. The time of hiding is over. The era of shining has begun. Go forth in grace, because heaven has spoken. The pressure created diamonds, and now God reveals your value.